Hi everyone, what's good? Enro here, back again with another video. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, it helps the channel a lot. And if you're liking the content that you're seeing, please subscribe down below. And shout out to my awesome girlfriend for getting me this shirt. Hashtag success in progress, because as always, we aim for success, but focus on the progress. Okay, without further ado, we will be setting up my new iPhone 12. Let's hop into it. Okay, so once you unbox your new iPhone, this will be the setup process similar to all the old iPhones. So the iPhone 12 comes standard with iOS 14, and this will be us setting it up. So first we have the hello screen or the startup screen. So all you need to do is swipe up from here. Okay, put English. Since we're in the Philippines, we set Philippines here. Okay. Since we want to set this up as a new iPhone, we will just set up manually. These are my preferred spoken languages. Okay, let's choose our Wi-Fi network, enter the password. Okay, once we're connected, it will just need some time to activate.
A few moments later.
Okay, so now we're in data and privacy. Face ID we can set up later. Creating a passcode we can set up later as well. Okay, since we want to set this up as a new iPhone, what we will do is don't transfer apps and data. Okay, but I also want to enter my Apple ID, so let me just do that now. Okay, and we will be sent a verification code. Make sure you're able to get that as well. Make sure to enter it. Okay, next up, make sure you read the terms and conditions. Just kidding, who does that? Just click agree. May take some while to set it all up.
1 hour later.
Any time now.
2 hours later.
Okay, maybe we can put this on the desk first. Nothing. Okay, so finally we're here. Usually it asks for a prompt like this just to make sure that you're indeed the person who owns the Apple ID. Okay, express settings. Usually I want to customize this just because I don't want to send any data to Apple. So in terms of location services, I want to enable that. Screen time, I'll set that up later in settings. For analytics, I don't want to share personally, but I don't know. Should I do this? Let me know down in the comments below. True Tone Display is actually a feature of later iPhones wherein the iPhone actually checks the lighting situation in the room and adjusts the screen colors and the light. So this is what it looks like without True Tone, so it's more bluish, cool tinge. And because I have warmer lights in my room, the screen actually automatically changes and becomes a bit warmer. So this one is better on the eyes, and it's replicating the experience of looking at paper or looking at books, for example. So I will set this up, continue. In terms of appearance, you have an option of a lighter mode or a darker mode. So the iPhone 12 actually has OLED screens this year. So if you put it on dark mode and there are more blacks on the screen, this actually saves battery, because OLED has the ability to just turn off the light in the screen. So this consumes less battery power. So, and I like the appearance of dark. So all my apps are in dark mode, so I'll just use dark mode. So in terms of display zoom, you can have it zoomed or standard. I just want to have mine standard. Later on, you'll know I actually set all my settings to the smallest text and the smallest settings so that I can make use of the whole real estate of the display. So I'll keep mine at standard. And welcome to iPhone. So swipe up will be our first look at the new home screen. Okay, I don't know what happened, but okay. We don't have a SIM card installed currently. But yeah, okay, so this is the new home screen. Currently, there are no widgets installed. So I guess it's updating all the other apps, since I believe it shipped with iOS 14, but I think we're now in 14.1 or 14.2. So it's now loading all the other updates on the apps. So while that's going on, the first thing I usually do is actually go to settings and play around with the settings and make my iPhone to my liking. So I just like to go from top to bottom. So we have a notification here. I'm not sure what this one is about, but I think this would be the security features that we had earlier. And yeah, I'm correct. So it's all the Face ID and stuff. We'll do that in a separately. There's a Bluetooth. Oh, so it's looking for my existing AirPods Pros, just because these are the devices connected to my Apple ID. Since we have no SIM, there's no cellular. For notifications, I always set mine to always. So this is the interesting thing. Since I'm upgrading from an iPhone 7 Plus and it doesn't have Face ID, what this usually does is for new iPhones with Face ID, it will only show previews of the messages, or there's an option where it will only show the previews of the messages if it has unlocked your phone with your face. So since I'm not used to this, I'll just set it at always first. But when you set it at when unlocked, what actually happens is if it's not you who picks up the phone, he will not see the previews of your notifications, which is actually very cool. But yeah, I'm not used to this yet, so I'll just put it at always. Siri suggestions. Yeah, I always want to have Siri suggest me some stuff. So for here, I usually play around with notifications depending on applications, but since there's a new iPhone and I don't have apps yet installed, I'll play around with that when I have my new apps installed already. So sounds and haptics. I usually don't vibrate on ring, and I vibrate on silent. Ringer and alerts. Usually I turn this off just because when I watch videos and I change the volume from time to time in terms of media, I don't want that to be changing the volume of my alerts. So I'll just keep this around maybe 75%. Yeah, so around 75%. In terms of the ringtone, so I guess this is the default ringtone for iOS 14. Let's just keep it at the default for now. Keyboard clicks, lock sound. Okay, let's hear the lock sound. Okay, I think it's the same lock sound. Didn't change that much. So let's keep those all on. Okay, next we have Do Not Disturb. Usually I turn this on if either I'm making a video or I'm hearing mass or I have an important meeting. I just turn this on manually. I don't really set it on automatically, but it's actually also a good feature if you wake up and sleep at a certain time so that when you're sleeping, you're not disturbed by any notifications. But for me personally, I have a very erratic schedule. Sometimes I work until late at night and I wake up early morning. So yeah, I just manually set it when I need to during meetings. So most often than not, at night when I'm sleeping, it's always on silent mode anyways. So screen time. So this is actually a new feature where you can check how much time you spend on your iPhone. For now, I won't go over this feature. Okay, so I'll just go over the usual settings that I put in all my iPhones, and I'll tinker around with new features or new settings in iOS 14. So it looks like there's already an update. Yep, I'm right. So we're already at 14.2. So I'll do this after this video. I'm not sure what happens if I turn it off or turn it on, but I don't have a HomePod currently, so maybe I'll just turn it on, then we'll see. Maybe we'll buy the HomePod Mini. Comment down below if you want me to buy the HomePod Mini and make a review on that as well. Picture in picture. Okay, so picture in picture is a new feature in iOS 14, when you're watching a video and you want to exit the app but still want to watch the video, you can actually do that as well. So for example, this works in Netflix. I believe it also works with YouTube. However, you need to be watching it through Safari. Okay, so storage, of course, we don't have anything yet. This is a brand new iPhone. Date and time set automatically. Time zone is in Manila. And no, I'm not a pilot, so I won't set up 24-hour time. In terms of the keyboard, my favorite here would be text replacement. So you can actually set shortcuts. Okay, there. So you guys just saw what happened. Usually I do text replacement for Filipino words or Filipino slang terms so that when I type something, the iPhone won't autocorrect it. Okay, so for Control Center, I like to mix things up. I'm going to transfer all my settings for the Control Center from my iPhone 7 Plus. So this is what the default Control Center looks like, but I like to kind of be more productive with the section here at the bottom. Okay, so let me just get my iPhone 7 Plus and check out what I have here. So this is my usual Control Center, and I will transfer that to my iPhone 12. Okay, so we replicated already what I have with my iPhone 7 Plus, and this is how it looks like. Oh, so as you can see, I have extra space here, but I think this will do for now. And I usually turn on low power mode. It's always on actually, just because I really want to save on battery. Okay, so that's it for Control Center. For display and brightness, actually this is my favorite feature to actually turn off when my parents had their new iPhones without the home button. It's called Raise to Wake. So what usually happens is if your phone is on a desk and you lift it up, it will automatically open. But this actually drains your battery even if you're not intending to open your phone anyway. So when you raise it, it actually opens. So I want to turn this off just to conserve on battery. But you can always tap the screen to turn it on anyways. So let me show you. There, so it's more purposive, it's more intentional. It won't turn on just because you lifted up the phone. See, just like that. I can tap it and it will open anyway. So in terms of the text size, actually this is what I was telling you guys earlier. I want to set it at the smallest text size. And that's because I want to make sure I'm able to maximize the screen display, and yeah, the text will be really small. So newly downloaded apps add to home screen. Maybe I'll turn this on just because I want to see if I have a new app, and if I turn it to app library only, it will be hidden and I'm not sure which apps I recently downloaded, so maybe I'll just add to home screen as well. Notification badges show in app library. I'm not so sure about this one also, just because I don't have iOS 14 on my iPhone 7 Plus. So let's just turn this on for now. Accessibility, actually none so much here, although there's a cool feature that everyone talks about, like in YouTube videos or TikTok videos, and it's the back tap. I'm actually not so sure where that is here, but I think it's on touch maybe. There, found it, back tap. So here it's at the bottom of the touch physical and motor control, so touch, and at the end it's back tap. So this feature is cool because you can actually tap the back of your phone to do certain controls. So for example, you can do a double tap and you can do a triple tap. So I'm not sure what you can do with it, but yeah, so you have a few stuff here that you can choose from app switcher, control center, home, lock screen, mute, volume up, volume down. Pretty cool. I think I can explore this later on when I see fit. I'm not so sure what control I want to put for now. I just don't want to do any accidental back taps, so maybe I'll just turn that off for now. But it's a really cool feature. It's not specific to the iPhone 12, but I believe you can do that for the iPhone 8 or later. Okay, so wallpaper, I just want to keep the current wallpaper now, but let's see the other options of wallpapers in iOS 14. So you have dynamic wallpapers, you have live wallpapers. So live wallpapers are super cool. This depends on, I believe, the time of day or the sunrise or the sunset. So I'm not so sure about that one. Please comment down below if you know. But for example, we're now at night. If I choose this, it will be this setting. But then as you can see, if it's during the day, it will actually turn into this color on the left. So this is actually also the wallpaper in the box. So this is the box of the iPhone 12. So since we have the black color, this is supposedly maybe the wallpaper of choice, but I like the current one that Apple set for me. Oh wow, so it's cool that we actually have photos. So I did not even know this, but a few days ago it was my anniversary with my girlfriend, and it just reset my phone to make this video, and I expected me to not have any photos in this phone, but apparently I do. Pretty cool. Wow, I did not know how it did that, but I backed up everything just in case I wiped up this whole phone, so it's nice to see that all my photos are here and are safe, and I don't need to reload them from Google Drive, and I airdrop them to my other iPhone as well. So, good to know. Dark appearance dims wallpaper. So this doesn't affect the current wallpaper, but if you have a wallpaper of your own from your photos, I believe it dims it also a bit, just so that it will appear more readable, text will appear more readable, and there will be more contrast in terms of what's on the screen versus your wallpaper. So maybe I'll just turn that off for now. Okay, Siri and search. So for Hey Siri, this is a feature wherein you don't even need to touch the phone to activate Siri. All you need to do is say Hey Siri. However, this drains your battery as well, because the mic has to always be on and it has to always be listening for your voice saying Hey Siri. So I usually just turn that off. Exposure notification. So this, I believe, is a feature because of COVID-19 or the current pandemic. So this for contact tracing. I'm not sure what or how it works yet, so I won't play around with it yet. So battery, this is very important because this is a brand new iPhone and your battery health has to be at 100%. So currently our maximum capacity is 100% because it's a brand new battery, but over time, if you're using your iPhone a lot, this will actually degrade. So currently my iPhone 7 Plus is, I believe, at 78% or 74% the last time I checked. So it's been with me for around 4 years now. So yeah, currently I need to service my battery, and yeah, my current battery health maximum capacity is 78%. So actually I can't go a whole day without charging. For this one, I actually charge around twice a day just because I'm a heavy user. I use my phone a lot for messages, for work, and yeah. So for this new iPhone, I just need to be more conscious about my battery, my usage, so that it will be, it will really prolong and have a long useful life. So optimized battery charging is iPhone actually learns your charging habits and your charging schedule so that it will actually optimize when you will reach 100%. So that's what it is. It will help you keep your maximum capacity at 100%, or the maximum capacity that it currently has. So I want to keep that on. Messages and FaceTime, I'll turn this on when I put my SIM inside. So since this is actually a dual SIM, I'll transfer my personal SIM from my personal iPhone 7 Plus. And I'll also put my new Gomo SIM, which currently lives in my Samsung A71. So I'll use both my SIMs on this iPhone 12. Okay, so I think that's it for now for settings. And all the apps were loaded as well. Okay, so next is I want to be able to check widgets. Okay, so these are your widgets, and this is my first look on widgets. And to be honest, it looks really nice. I'm not sure yet how I want to set it up in my home screen. Okay, so as you can see, I like playing around with my home screen. So this is the home screen of my iPhone 7 Plus. If you're wondering, no, this is not jailbroken. What I actually do is, since my wallpaper is very plain, these are all home screen icons. Wait, we need to go into jiggly mode. Okay, there. So these are all home screen icons, as you can see. And that's how I'm able to put all of my icons here near the bottom of the screen. Just because the screen is so big and the phone is so big, I don't want to be able to reach over at the top of the screen. It's kind of hassle, so I just want to keep it all here, keep it simple. Phone and messages on the left. Since this is my personal phone, all the social media and chat apps on the right. For everything else, I have the next screen, which is organized through folders. So some personal, some work, finance, commerce, photos, and utilities. So I will be transferring first, at least maybe the social media and some of the photo apps here. Okay, so while those are downloading, let's try to set up the widgets the way I want it to be. So I've seen a lot of content creators and even people on TikTok, playing around with their home screen, but I want mine to be super simple. So, okay, let's try it out for now. So I want to put my calendar here. Okay, that looks nice, I think. Let me know what you think, guys. Calendar here, plus. Okay. Oh, okay. So these are all our available widgets. What I just did there was to actually hit the plus button here on the upper left. So there are 3 types of widgets. You have your small widget, your medium widget, and you also have a large widget. So these squares are actually small widgets. These longer ones are medium widgets, and the biggest ones are your large widgets, which I don't have any sample right now. Maybe the battery. Okay, so one thing about the iPhone 12 also is I like to see my percentage, my battery percentage, but I can't do that now. I need to swipe down on Control Center. Oh yeah, by the way, let's turn on airplane mode first, just because you don't want to be losing your battery as well. So that's also one tip. If you want to conserve your battery, always put it on airplane mode, so it turns off the antennas for your Wi-Fi and the signal, so it doesn't keep on looking for signals for those items. Also Bluetooth as well, so keep it on like that. But you can actually also turn on Wi-Fi while being on airplane mode. Okay, so that was me setting up my new iPhone 12. To be honest, I'm still playing around with it. I'm still checking the widgets, the icons. I'm not sure if I'll keep it there or I'll just keep everything in the app library. I'm still playing around. I'm not sure how I want to finally set it up, but I will update you guys on Instagram or probably Twitter. I'll show you guys progress on like my home screen or my productivity workflow. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. And as always, aim for success while focusing on the progress. Peace!